everybody. And if everything works right, we have theme music. Please tell me you can do that. Yay! I am, of course, your Mary Supreme, Mr. Rob Robot Shlomo, coming to you from Shabby Road Studios. And with me, as always, is Mr. Tom Connors.
Hello, hello.
Hey, Tom, how's it going tonight?
Doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Yes, I see Eric Kelly saying, holy shit, theme music. And with us, as always, Miss Mecha Random.
Hello. Yay,
Yes.
theme music.
Theme music. Now, hopefully, I can save all these settings and we can get theme music again. Okay, everybody, thanks for joining us. What are we discussing tonight, everybody?
The Orville.
Yes, this is our Orville review that we were going to do last night and didn't happen.
Yes, I didn't quite have a fade out, but we're still working on things. So, how's everybody doing out there? Glad you could join us tonight. As you hear, we have theme music. Let me tell you, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. I think we need to outsource this to NASA. NASA is so complex. Jeez. Okay, so let's get right into it.
Yes, break down the story. Yeah.
Yes, episode 3 of season 2, titled "Home, Home, Home," where the music's playing. Home, where my thoughts are straying. Home, and we owe Paul Simon Art Garfunkel 3 cents now. So anyway, we start the show. We start this episode. What are you saying?
I was gonna say, I ain't giving Garfunkel shit. I'll give Paul some though.
So
Garfunkel is dead. Funk himself.
Paul is dead, man. Miss him.
I meant Paul Simon, but yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, we start out the episode, and there's a Friday night tradition now in the Orville. Isaac arm wrestles Alara. It was the score was 16-14. Kind of gives you an indication of how long they've actually been in space, too. You know.
Yeah, we have actual indication of time passage. I love it.
Yeah. So, anyways, I love Bortus. I have wagered on you. Do not disappoint me. Bortus is a great guy. I love Bortus. Yes. Oh, we have a super chat. Rob's too happy. Fix it. I'm so happy that we got. I'm so happy. Like I said, we got theme music and we got this worked out. So,
Orville.
All
good for now.
Yeah, all this.
Thank you, Tim Augustine, though.
Thank you, Tim Augustine, with the $2 super chat. So anyway, yeah, 30 weeks. Woot. So anyway, they're in the heat of competition.
Yes, continue with Disney's Orville.
Disney's Orville, yes. In the heat of competition, what happens to Alara? This is where somebody
broke her arm.
I was going to say she peed her pants, but yeah.
No, she broke her arm.
Yes, she did.
Yes. Yeah, she broke her arm.
Which is significant because her race is generally a lot more stronger in our gravity due to their planet's gravity, kind of like Superman, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So, and it turns out that she's starting to acclimate to the Earth normal gravity. And if she doesn't go home and recover, she may just become a normal person, like all of us, which isn't really so bad, you know.
Right.
She could date normally without having.
Now, one thing I was kind of confused on, though, since we're in the middle of the synopsis. Now, when she goes home, she's in the wheelchair. Is that just because she's adjusting, or does she actually have some kind of disability at home? That's where I was always kind of confused.
I think it's because she's adjusting.
Because they talk about always been fragile. She's always been this. To where, like, is this like her normal state when she's home? And is this why it was such a big deal for her to be able to be on the Orville in the first place? Because, like, she's basically crippled when she's home. Is that what I was wondering?
No. According to I think the show, the first season, they were kind of treating her as less intelligent, less, they kind of treat her like the special kid, like she had the learning disabilities or whatever.
Right, not physical, just mental.
Yeah, just mental because she wasn't a doctor, because they viewed military much lower, like you might view somebody scrubbing toilets or something, I guess. Or no offense to people scrubbing toilets, but they just kind of viewed it from their species as like it's a menial job, it's a lesser job.
Correctamundo. Whoa, yeah. Correctamundo.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah. Like I said, yeah, they
Oh,
sort
fuck,
of view.
we gave Rob the noise. Shit.
Yes! Yes!
Yes, motherfucker, yes.
What's the matter?
So yeah. So yeah.
Oh,
Anyway,
boy, end of the world now.
do we
Bad enough I have one too.
do we okay Quentin Tarantino some money now?
Who cares? You got to get one that's Cartman, though, because every time we bring up Ryan Johnson, that way you can play it. Just get, screw you guys, I've got him.
I think I have that on my soundboard. No, I have the Screw You Kitty one on my soundboard.
Yeah, Kitty.
Yeah, Kitty's being a dildo.
Yeah. It's gotta
Right. So
make
anyway,
sure
I didn't mean to derail the story there.
No,
So
no,
she's
that's
back
all right, yeah.
home. She's recovering. And she learns that she may not ever recover. This is not an uncommon thing for her race when they do try to adapt to Earth gravity, from what we gathered.
Earth normal gravity, yeah. But one of the things, actually, I love what Malloy said. God, when I come to this planet, it just makes me realize I'm trash.
Yeah,
my
I
whole
love him so
family's
much.
trash. Malloy is the best. But anyway, I love the bit where he threw the beer bottle into the outside the gravity shield, and it just was squashed.
Oh, I've always wanted to do this, or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. But
so anyway, so she's home, and she's getting comfortable with her family. And continue, Rob.
Yeah, so she's getting comfortable with her family, and it turns out they go to, there's this big moment where she sort of has a moment with her father. All I ever wanted you to say you're proud of me, and you were. And the father just says right out, we knew you were slower than the other children, which is that's a horrible thing to say to a child.
It's so mean. It's so crushing.
Yeah. Everybody on Soleil is an intellectual. They're professors, they're doctors, they're artists and poets, from what I gather. It's a very advanced society.
Yeah, I mean, I get they see her as a brute, and of course, like that. I just was curious because I was trying to figure everything out. Because I remember the episode from last year, but I didn't remember completely because I know they kept making it sound like she had some kind of disability. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, but they go to their summer home. It is their summer home, and they find out that they're not the only person on the island. That Alara sees a light off in the distance, and they should be alone, and they're not. And so, actually, the other couple, they're there, played by Dr. Phlox from Enterprise. That was Dr. Phlox.
Yes, love him so much.
Yes. So have you seen anybody? Oh, some stuff was moved around. They didn't take anything. So Alara kicks in the security mode. Says, "Oh, have you called the police? Have you checked for fingerprints? Have you checked to see if anything's missing? Have you scrubbed for samples? And so afterwards, the couples do. And actually, Robert Picardo, very nice gesture, invites him. Well,
John Billingsley is the actor's name, by the way.
Yes, John Billingsley. Thank you. So anyways, he says, why don't you stay for dinner? You and your wife stay for dinner. So just stay for dinner. And there's that moment where there's the sauce, the Chilean sauce. And he says, yeah, the ladle looks a little dirty. Why don't you take it out with your hand? And I'm like, that's kind of unusual. So I'm like,
I don't like when he turns into a bad guy.
Yeah, but it turns out
sudden. Like it's like, wait, what? It kind of takes you a second to be like, wait.
Well, because they keep giving you these red herrings.
Yeah.
Like who it could possibly have been in the house. And you're basically at the point where you think it might have been their son or their their caretaker or
the gardener,
gardener or whatever it is, their place or whatever. So yeah, they give you a few red herrings and then all of a sudden whammo, like you said.
Yeah. And so like I said, it turns out their son was a doctor, was an anti-vaxxer, and well, hey, there you go, commentary on anti-vaxxers.
Another modern commentary. Back to the old mode of Orville, kind of.
Yes, another commentary on anti-vaxxers, and so actually they're trying to force Robert Picardo to denounce his work. The vaccine saved millions. Oh, but the vaccine was dangerous. It saved lives, and so they're essentially being held prisoner. And it's actually Alara that actually comes through with the rational thinking. He says, once you make that retraction, there's no reason for them to keep us alive. And it's like, it seems we're at an impasse. And so back on the Orville, they're trying to come up with a way for Alara to stay on board and to have treatments, to try and develop a treatment for her. So they send a shuttle, send Ed down in a shuttle with Malloy. And it turns out that Alara is actually been recovering faster than you thought. And so Ed gets shot by John Billingsley's character, Dr. Phlox, Dr. Not Phlox, I should say.
Yeah.
And so Alara takes down wrestles the gun away from his wife. He shoots her, she shoots her, and the dad has to actually go out and save Ed after he gets shot, which was actually a good moment because he's, for someone who's so intellectually strong, he still has a lot of fears that he has to overcome.
Well, we get to understand why it was so important to her to be on the Orville, because she is somebody there. She wasn't anybody at home, was kind of where I got, like she was always talked down to and treated like shit, to where on the Orville, she was the strongest and all that kind of stuff, basically, besides maybe Bortus.
Yeah. So anyway, like I said, actually Ed's gravity suit is failing, but they do get him to the shuttle in time, but right before he's crushed. And it turns out that Alara, and like I said, after everything, Alara gets the words that she always wanted. I'm proud of you. And he realizes what a lousy father he's been.
Oh, but he was a jerk to her the whole time. This is the Rudolph syndrome. He shouldn't be doing that.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah.
People can't have a change of heart or a change of character.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, well, once a character is one character, it's got to be always that character. Don't you know that? That's the. Yeah. Well. So anyway,
I had to say that. I had to because that's the first thing I noticed when I'm watching. Like, oh, people are gonna freak out because he didn't appreciate her before, but now he does after she saved his bacon.
So anyway.
Oh God, Ryan's here.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Ryan Johnson. Ryan Johnson, what are you doing here?
What the hell?
So, okay. So anyway, I like it. I love when I do things like this. when I figure stuff out, I really do.
Oh, you were finished.
We're like a real life radio show.
Yes.
Now you just need like the woo whoop and the other noises.
Oh, yeah. Just give me time. I'll find those too.
They're out there too.
Yeah.
Little Three Stooges. And Why I Oughta.
Yeah. So anyway, actually, like I said, they've come up with a treatment for Alara, but she doesn't want to take the treatment. She wants to go home. She wants to reconnect with her family, which is actually, it gets you right here in the feels, doesn't it? It doesn't
a little bit. I was kind of expecting it though, because we kind of knew from rumors that this character was not going to be in the whole season.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we have to talk about Alara's like temporary replacement. The trunk
Patrick
man.
Warburton.
Played by Patrick Warburton.
Yes.
Patrick Warburton.
As the most annoying person who's like, oh God, I loved him, but he's like, okay, please get off the bridge. You're great, but just go away. He tries to eat on the bridge.
We'll see how it goes, because they did the same thing with a couple other characters at first that were annoying, and then we got to know them.
Yeah,
like
Dan.
Dan, yeah.
Oh God,
Dan's the best.
Yes. Yeah, they're also good though. I mean, there's this little part in there where I guess we learned that he they can eat a lot. He has a really fast metabolism. He's got a trunk. It's a second esophagus. Am I mistaken, or could you see the food going down like his mouth when he was eating, or down the?
I couldn't. I wasn't paying that close attention.
But yeah,
I couldn't see. No, I couldn't see it. I couldn't see down his mouth. No.
Or down like the front esophagus, the front one, the nose one. Oh God!
No, it just went down into his stomach.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where it's so relatable, because you all have like that one coworker that you're like, please just go away. I don't want to deal with you, and that's kind of how they're setting him up. I love.
Well, that's how they set up Dan at first, though, too.
Yeah.
So we'll see. They might have something set up for him, that, or he's just going to be a temporary until we get whatever, but. He being an alumni of Seth MacFarlane, I'm not surprised.
No, I like him. I kind of want more of him. Oh, we also got more Duckman, the bartender, Jason Alexander.
Oh, Olix.
Yeah.
Yes, so we finally
Jason
got to
Alexander,
hear,
yes.
McDonald too. Finally,
Yeah.
Yes.
he got like 2 lines or a line.
Yeah, and it's good to see like Olix is going to be a recurring character.
Mhm.
That is actually good. I like that. And
it makes it feel like there's people on the ship, because you have all these background characters, and you'll see Dan again later on in the season, probably. It makes it feel like this is an alive, ship with people who work on it. Not like Discovery, which is always so empty and cold and unfeeling, and you can tell like these are just extras on a set in the background of Discovery. On the Orville, you're going to see the same few characters here and there. And I really love that.
And again, but also, unlike Discovery, every alien race is sort of proper and evolved, and they're showing you that there are alien races that are going to gross you out. You know what I mean? There are going to be unpleasant people out there. There's going to be unpleasant people. There's going to be unpleasant aliens. Everything, like I said. It's not a pretty place in the universe. So, like I said, they're showing you that there's sort of a downside to space exploration. Not everybody's going to be the Bajorans who are so spiritual, or the Orions that are so the green Orion women, which are so alluring, or the Vulcans, which are so intellectual and so evolved.
Well, the best part is not so much that. Here's the thing: is like halftime you figure, oh, he just made him like that as a joke. Well, he builds on that though, So that's where I'm waiting to see where he goes with this character, because it's like a one-note joke right now. It's the dude bro who eats all the time and has the big snout and all that kind of stuff. Okay, we get it. So what is he going to do with that? It's kind of like Isaac and Bortus and stuff like that last season. It's like, oh, these could be one-note, one-tone characters through the whole show, and they weren't.
No, and even Dan evolved like that. This is kind of what we're getting. We're getting all these great side characters that we keep we keep seeing here and there, and because we have somebody like Seth MacFarlane behind it, he knows how to build these, surrounding world characters. He's done it for years and years on Family Guy. I think I hope we're gonna see him again. I'm really glad we got to see someone recurring.
Yes.
Yeah, like John Q. Public said, of course it's Discovery is empty. No one wants to work there. Well, if they pay the goddamn light bill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what's the excuse for not having the lights on now? Oh, because Lurka was from the Mirror Universe and it hurt his eyes because they have a different
lit
sun.
Up now. We can see that from the trailer. Welcome to Orville 2.0 Discovery.
You suck!
Agreed.
Yeah, you suck.
You suck!
Anyway.
swallow.
Son of it!
See? And you choked.
I can hear the complaints rolling in now in the comment section.
Hey, at least it's the real thing, aside from when I was goofing back.
Yeah. So anyway, it turned. Oh shit! I just opened Firefox. Why did I do that? So anyway, it turns out Allard does not want to stay on the Orville.
Oh, I thought we already got to that point, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, but she says her goodbyes, and let me tell you, it was did anybody else get a little bit clamped? I got a little bit clamped.
Yeah, like I said, I kind of expected it though. At least they didn't kill her, so it means the door's always open for her to come back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least they didn't do like Tasha Yar. It's gonna be so much easier for them to bring her back without having to write, oh, and she came back from the dead.
That's the first thing I thought of too. Yeah, it was Tasha. I was like, oh boy, hopefully they don't do that to her.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me tell you, if Soleil didn't have such a high gravity, that'd be an awesome place just to hang out. Jeez. And like I said, the Selanes seem pretty cool. But anyway, she gives Ed something though. And I love how they kept it until she left.
Well, that was the sweet part. Yeah, that was kind of the part really kind of, because you got it right away. And
yeah, but like you said, but if he opened it right in front of her, that would have diminished the impact. That's the other thing. open it just and she, like I said, if you open, oh wow, remember the first time you said open the jar of pickles for me? They waited until he was alone in his office, and he opens it, jar of pickles, which I thought was like one of the sweetest things that they could have done.
Aww.
Yes, yeah,
The
an
feels.
moment. Again, yeah, the feels.
And it's a callback, and it means that we know these characters, that we remember this from previously because we've established things with these characters other than just bouncing off technobabble as needed. We have people behind this. That's their thing.
Well,
And
yeah, go ahead.
no, and that's one of the huge things that's missing in Discovery so much is that we don't have characters who have things. We can't say, oh, that's Tilly, she's the one with boobs. No, what else is there to her character? She's probably a bad example. She's the most developed character, no pun intended, but
She's developed, all right.
I can't find the Trump sound effect where he says titties. When he said boob, so
Nihilist Shadow is right. Alara leaving made me teary-eyed. Culber getting killed on STD made me laugh out loud, and that goes right back to what I was saying before. Seth MacFarlane took what was a joke. She's the smallest, tiniest one on the ship, but she can open these doors and do all this shit, and that's where the whole, can you open this pickle jar thing? It's what started as a joke became something that actually made probably most people watch tear up a little bit. So right there you go. That's how it fucking works right there. It's not that hard. You can do something new and fresh with the same type of atmosphere and rules that you've had established before, and it doesn't have to be the same old shtick, because that's the first defense of it. Oh, you just want old Trek, old boring Trek, old talky Trek. It's like, do you guys not realize that's what made Trek? This show was set up this way for a reason. This was the idea. You have these people who are exploring, they're trying to be better than themselves, they're meeting new cultures, they're learning to adapt, they're learning not to interfere. At the same time, we're learning a lot about ourselves. Seth took that and just put it with a little bit more comedy to it. That's all.
Yeah, you're right. And that's not what they're doing on Discovery. Just at all.
No, as we've said before, it's written by people who don't like Star Trek because they want to change it to be something it's not. It's, yes, you can have action in Star Trek. Yes, you can have, exciting moments and all that kind of stuff. Nobody's saying you can't. But when it's brainless, mindless schlock, and people are trying to, it's great writing and it's awesome and it's amazing. And it's like, do you realize the convoluted plan that Lorca has is the dumbest shit I've probably ever heard in the history of movies or television as far as like bad guys' plans and expecting it to fucking work?
His whole plan came down to one guy being dumb enough to let him out of the agony booth. That's his whole plan.
Yep.
That was his.
What the hell?
I know. Yeah.
Down to that. Yes. But I mean, I'm just saying, the whole thing and he expected, he did this whole thing so he could be with Mikey Spock. And this version would rather shit on his face than even kiss him or whatever. So, it just.
Maybe he likes that.
Probably.
He's got as Doomcock would say, he has a wood for wood. So. Yeah.
Well, we got Mikey Spock to talk about later. Let's get away from that. Let's talk about good stuff. Now, I loved all the episodes so far. I've been one of the few that has thought that it's been consistent. I know Doomcock has thought the first two episodes have not been as good as, what he was expecting, and he loved this episode. I love this episode. I see why everybody loves it so much. I guess I'm not one of those that was like, it was astronomically better than all the other episodes we've gotten this year. To a point, yes. But to me, it's just back to old form. It's just like the episodes we had last year, like with the social media stuff and stuff like that. It just had more feels to it because of the whole ending.
Yeah.
Right. And I actually was pretty easy on both of the first two episodes too. I like them. I didn't see them as being that much of a disappointment. They might have been a little weaker episodes, but I kind of saw that as here's the reason why we're doing this. So No, I liked all the episodes so far. This was the best. It wasn't that much better than the rest of them for me.
See, now actually, I'd probably pick the very first one, the P episode.
No, that was so good too.
That's the thing. That's like, for some reason, I don't know why certain people are, it's like, yes, this is a great episode, but it's not that much better than any of the other ones we've gotten so far, unless you just haven't liked the other ones. And I can understand to a point certain things, because I even complained we're getting a little too Bortus heavy. We've gotten 2 episodes in a row that were based around Bortus. They should have spread them out. Corberman, thank you so much for the Australian $5 super chat. I liked how they could fix her standard Trek fix, but she wanted to leave to get her family and life in order. It subverted a Trek trope in a good way. Yeah, because I kind of, you keep setting it up. It's like she's going to die. That's what I kept thinking. Because how else are they going to get her not to want to go back to the Orville? Because that's like, who wouldn't want to go back to the Orville if you live in a life like that, It's like,
well, she feels her job. She feels she can't do her job.
Right, right. At this point, and they had to write her off the show, and at least they didn't kill her, like I said before, too. So
yeah. So they like it's like I said, it was a good setup. It was a good setup. I mean, they gave her a reason to be off the ship, and it worked within the context of of the series too.
Well, was there anything you guys didn't like about the episode?
No. Well, I mean, some of the moments
really.
they lingered a little too long, but I think they needed it for that suspense. I mean, it was a little predictable for some of it, and
Till Dr. Flox flipped.
yeah, until it went full on, home invasion torture porn. Like, what?
What the fuck is this? The Purge or whatever the hell it is?
Yeah. Oh my god, that was like brutal. Now, Discovery wishes it could do dark this good. Like, this is how you do dark, and it was in a fully lit dinner scene with
fully lit.
Yes.
Yes.
And it was the darkest thing. I'm like, I don't want to see this. And there's even another part where, Dr. Fox is going to cut off Alara's sister's pinky, and you think it's going to happen on screen. And they even like pull the shears open. Like, he's going to chop off the pinky with shears. Oh, it's gross and horrific. Luckily, they cut the commercial, but man, that's how you do dark. Dark doesn't mean in the dark with the lights off.
You mean if you don't just say fuck a lot and have people get killed by tardigrades while clipping their nails, that's not dark?
No. That's fucking stupid. Dark means like psychologically.
But there was jump scares.
That's not scared. That's startled. That's something popping in front of your face and being unexpected. That's not something that's actually scary to anybody.
No.
We got Arnold in the house. Yes.
Yes, it is.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah. So
I'll be back.
yes, he will. So anyway, well, like I said, I can hear the complaints now.
Hopefully we don't get no. I don't think for sound like that we should get any copyright strikes. As long as it's not music.
No. Oh, I got plenty of music. We can.
Yeah, don't do that.
Just
our theme.
Yeah,
which is by Kevin MacLeod and myself.
Yes, but he didn't he give all that stuff away for free? Really?
Yeah. All you gotta do is give him credit, which we just did.
Oh, okay, Kevin.
And then I kind of remixed it and added the guitar to it. And...
Oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah. So anyway, like I said, yeah, really, I hate to sound like a fan. I hate to use the word fanboy, but there's very little wrong with this episode.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Yeah. I mean, I was just kind of picking on the whole thing with Dr. Flox. I mean, it had to happen for the episode. It was nice to have 2 Star Trek alumni together.
Yes.
I haven't brought that up yet.
Yes. 2 Star Trek alums. I mean, yeah.
Star Trek doctors.
At that, yes.
Yes, 2 doctors, yes. And it's nice to see two former Star Trek actors who want to be involved with a science fiction series and don't actively run away from one.
Oh, I know. Yeah. That's what you need. I think that's why all these other shows like Babylon 5 did so well. They had, and Stargate, they all had Star Trek alum kind of going off and saying, yes, this is a good show. We kind of give it our blessing. It's okay to watch this as a Star Trek fan. At least that's kind of how I interpreted it sometimes when I would see, like, especially seeing Majel Barrett on Babylon 5, for example, or Walter Koenig. That was kind of it's okay as a Star Trek fan to watch this as well, even though it's so similar to Star Trek in so many ways,
Yeah. Cormoran says he prefers the soundboard. Hey.
Well,
Hey.
old man Picard is in no board. So
Yes. So
Shut the fuck up!
so yeah.
okay.
Oh, we're gonna have some fun with this, aren't we? Yeah. Action Com. Would you be happy to see Star Trek STD actors in the Orville? No, I would not. Well, maybe Mary Weissman.
Yeah,
Uh,
she's fine.
Maybe a couple.
Mary,
Yeah.
Mary Weissman could easily transition because she's just so adorable. I don't know what is about her. She's totes adorbs. Tim Augustin, Rob, put that shit on Patreon and I'll pay for it. What did I miss something?
I don't know.
I don't know. Doug Jones, yeah, Doug Jones could fit on the Orville, yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah.
But and also Lisa Left Eye. Well, Lisa Left Eye, she'd be a bit player. But again, this comes back to another problem with STD is that, like I said, you don't care about any of the characters on STD. You care about Alara. You like Alara. You don't want to see anything bad about happen to Alara. You don't want to see, even though her father's a dick, you don't want to see anything bad happen to him either.
No, and on Star Trek Discovery, we're kind of actively wanting them to die, and we laugh when it happens. One of the best episodes was watching Captain Lorca die over and over and over again.
Right.
And Mikey Spock. Yes.
Eric Draven also points out that Alaris's mom is played by Avorta on Deep Space Nine. So there was another.
Yes, I forgot what her name's. Megan.
I
can't remember her name.
I had it up here now.
Megan Hawley.
Yeah, something like that, or Mahali. Or...
Yeah. I'm still waiting for Erin Gray to show up as Kelly's mom. Yeah, actually, one of the things. Who was I listening to? Was it you, or was it might have been Monday Matt saying about how when Alara was saying goodbye to Kelly, you could see Adrian Palicki starting to tear up. That's genuine. That is absolutely genuine. And I love the awkward hug from Bortus. That was actually funny. That was great. Oh, Bortus. I still can't wait to hear Bortus sing karaoke. That's gonna be something.
You will be silent. Oh, I love that. He's so
You
funny.
will be silent.
He's so funny.
You're up, big man. Show
Molly Hagan. Thank you. I knew it was something with an
Molly Hagan. Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, I knew it was something. Yeah.
Yes.
Isaac.
Hagan, yeah. Isaac. Yeah. Isaac. Why do humans engage in the ritualistic rendering of other people's musical selections? It's fun, Isaac. Fun. Why would it be fun to hear someone awkwardly sing, awkwardly try to reproduce someone else's music? It makes you vulnerable, makes you more likable. I see. That's how Isaac would do that. Isaac singing karaoke would be funny though. So
Domo Origato, Mr. Roboto.
Of course he would sing that.
Mr. Roboto. I don't get the significance of this song.
It's grammatically incorrect.
They're speaking several languages.
Yes. The mixing of the Japanese and English language seems rather antithetical to the theme. So, yeah. So, but I don't know. What else do we have? Actually,
Roboto, and what was his usefulness?
And why are we thanking him?
Yeah. And what did he do that needed so much thanking?
Did he have a significant contribution to the larger Earth culture at the time? So yeah.
I'm starting to get very curious about this, Mr. Roboto.
Perhaps I should search Earth's archives to find more evidence of his accomplishments. So. Isaac is great. Isaac is great. I love. Yeah.
I can't wait until they show Isaac the movie RoboCop.
Oh no,
that would blow his fucking mind.
Oh God, that's on. That's coming. Oh, I can't.
Of course, it's coming because pop culture actually exists in the Orville, which is another thing I love about it.
Did you hear someone asked? So, someone actually was in a Planetary Union uniform at Comic-Con, and she asked Seth MacFarlane if Seinfeld exists in the Orville's universe. does that mean Star Trek also? And they reference Star Trek. Does that mean Star Trek also exists in the Orville's universe? And he's like, hey. And he's like, and everyone's like, oh, good one. He didn't want to see, and he didn't want to say. Yes, I'm still waiting for them to watch episode of. Oh, you know, Family Guy's coming. You know that's coming. You know, Family Guy's coming. Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, Family Guy.
No, we need like Gordon with a pot brownie watching Family Guy.
And of course, Mercer walking and turning that garbage off.
Oh yeah,
I never found that shit funny. Why do you guys laugh at that shit? It's stupid. I was much more of a Simpsons man myself, or something like that. Yeah, or Flintstones.
This is completely juvenile. Don't you realize that? Yeah, and everybody actually references Kermit the Frog.
The poor rhyme, the poor timing, the bad comedy. God, writing is atrocious, and the animation. Look at it; it's junk.
Oh, but it's so brilliant, though, and it's perfect. I love
how he would do that, though. I could totally see him doing a scene like that. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, he would.
Or better yet, he'd say something about South Park to kind of make a callback to them bashing on Family Guy, or something like that.
Didn't they do a crossover or something? I know Simpsons and Family Guy did.
They did, yes, as an official one, but they had unofficial characters on South Park. Yeah, they had Bart and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, Disney World! Disney World! Disney World! Oh, Disney World! Disney World!
That's the next show, Rob. The next show. But this is Disney's Orville, or will be soon.
Yeah. Well, we got to actually get a story about that actually coming to the next show. So, okay, how would you rate this?
It was good. It was on par with everything from last season.
Yeah. JP over Egotastic Fun Time was saying this is probably one of the best of the whole series.
I don't know if I'd go to that point. Maybe. You see, that's the thing. To me, the whole episode itself was fairly standard and decent.
Mm-hmm.
But the only reason everybody's feeling so like this is the best one ever is because it gave them the feels at the end, I think, so much because of Alara leaving.
Yeah.
If it wasn't because of that, if it was just a standard episode, I don't know if everybody'd be so hot on it. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a 9 out of 10 for me. I don't think it was the best one. It definitely gives you the feels, but man, I really enjoyed it. It was so good.
Yeah, it definitely. This is it's too bad. The Alara episodes are often the best ones.
Mm-hmm.
And now she's leaving. She's leaving us.
Yeah, it is sad. I don't want to see her go either. It sucks.
No. She's getting her own show.
I've seen that. Yeah, I think that's part of it for sure.
Yeah,
we knew it was coming. I mean, we said this quite a few times that she was leaving the show. So
yeah, they've had too many leaked footage of like Jessica Sozar and all there's just been too many stories out there. So we kind of knew, and that was one of the things that kind of just detracted from my viewing of the episode was that, okay, when's she leaving? How's she leaving? Is this the episode? I'm pretty sure this is the episode she's leaving. So I kept having that in the back of my mind that I was looking for.
Well, I misinterpreted somebody said something, so I thought they were going to kill her.
See, I didn't know.
Get to see the episode when it first aired because Fox.com was being a pain in the ass.
Wow.
It's always a pain in the ass. So, but yeah. I wouldn't call this one of the best episodes, but this is actually probably one of the top 5.
It's on par. It's the show's still running well. It's anybody who's bitching about the ratings or anything like that.
It'll find its footing. Don't worry. I wouldn't worry too much about the ratings just yet because it kind of did the same thing last year. It had a strong premiere. It dipped a bit and then it rebounded.
And then we heard that it did extremely well in streaming after the fact.
The +7 ratings as they call it.
Yeah, because you can watch it pretty soon on Hulu, like the next day, right?
Yeah. I mean, within 24 hours, it's often on Hulu. Yeah, and it's also on Amazon Prime too. Somebody I know has Amazon Prime, and they said they can watch it on there. So
that's how you want to do it. You want to make your show available to people. You don't want to say, "Oh, we're making this awesome show, but only pay this much money and pay this money for the streaming service." Like, no. No, just give us access to it. Give us choices. If we have Netflix or Hulu, give us one of those. Do something. Stupid.
Well, it's probably the most expensive show right now on Fox. I don't know.
Probably. Oh, it was so gorgeous too. There's so many beautiful shots of like Alara's home planet and of just the Orville, just all these establishing shots. You have these ships side by side. You have shuttle bay shots with like you can see what was it? The shuttle bay was kind of like the shield was up, but you could see through it, so you could see Alara's home planet through. Oh God, it was gorgeous.
Yes, they do make the most of. Oh, and we did get to see Yaphet a little bit. Yaphet. Hey, what's going on?
Line, yeah.
Yeah, hey, what's going on? Hey, how's it going, buddy? Hey, no time here. Yaphet, how's it going? So, yeah, but Yaphet is an expensive character because he's completely CGI. So they're not going to be able to use him a lot.
Well, they've been pretty sparing with the CGI, I've noticed this year. They've used the CGI mostly for the big effects. A lot of makeup effects this year. We even noticed with the tardigrade looking thing from last week.
Yeah, or that horse. What'd you guys think of the horse?
Oh yeah, the horse. The horse reminded me. The horse reminded me of one of the big red elks. The big red elk, Yakul from Princess Mononoke. If people don't recognize that, I mean, if you haven't seen Princess Mononoke, actually, it's a stellar movie. Absolutely stellar movie, animated. One of Miyazaki's movies. It's 2 hours 20 minutes, but it just absolutely flies by. So it's so well paced. But that's what that kind of reminded me of. That the Ashitaka rides a red elk. So the Sporce, yes,
Space Horse.
Space Horse, yes, the Space Horse. But
it was so pretty though too. At first, I couldn't tell. Okay, is this This is a puppet, right? It's like no, that looks like a real horse with just like a CG beak and the kind of antler sort of things, like Ahsoka has in Star Wars. Those sort of.
And there's a nice image. Yeah, and there's that nice image of her riding the space horse on the beach. Like she's as if she's remembering a better time and the sunset and everything. It's just this nice kind of imagery that Seth gives you as part of this thing.
Yeah, and they had a photo of her costume on Reddit that was just so gorgeously done for that dream sequence, and they must have spent a lot of time and money on that costume, and just kind of comparing it to the costume that was leaked for the Klingon in Discovery, that Laurel, when she was like dancing around, that kind of plastic Halloween, spirit Halloween looking costume versus this elaborate. God,
can you find a picture of that costume?
Yeah, let me find it.
Yeah. So we'll stretch, We'll stretch. Stretch, yeah. So, but yeah, it's just amazing how the Orville gets so many things right and Discovery gets so many things wrong. It really is. Oh boy. But they don't.
Well, that's what happens when you have somebody who actually loves something, work on something, even though this isn't Star Trek. It's so similar that we could see what it would be like if he was able to go full out on Star Trek, and it would have been a huge love letter to Star Trek, and it would have been something original and unique at the same time.
Yeah, no argument.
All right, I linked it to you in the chat here.
Okay, read it. See Tom and Lara's incredible costume from last night's dream sequence. I'm not a. Oh wow! Holy cow! Look at that. Tom, you got that up? Oh, yeah. Look at that. That is fantastic. It looks like something out of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Yeah, she looks like Arwen or something.
Yeah, now compare that to Laurel from Star Trek Discovery. Just you might want to mute that if you click that link because she's dancing to a song. So, but it just looks so much. It looks like a cheap Halloween costume on her versus on Alara. Like this is kind of the difference. Like, where's all the money going for Discovery when we have like just huge?
That is horrifying.
Doesn't that look like a Halloween?
That's nightmare inducing.
Oh my god.
And they wonder why we like the Orville more. It was like, well, you guys care about it more.
Ah, gross, you sick bastard!
I'm sorry, Ryan.
Yeah, you should.
All right. Well, let's wrap this up since we have other stuff to move on to, and I need a quick break before we do. So,
Yeah.
final thoughts on this Orville? I liked it. Like I said, it's on par with everything I've seen so far.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
It was so good. It was so good.
Yeah, it was really good. Yeah. Yeah, very few complaints out of me, you know. So it's just so sad to see Alara gone. I'm gonna miss her.
I know. Maybe we'll get her back every now and then.
My baby's leaving home.
Hey,
You
at least we
suck!
didn't kill her.
She's leaving.
She's leaving home. Bye bye.
Wrap her up, Rob.
Okay, thanks everybody for joining us. If you like what we do here, you like the show, you want us to talk about more Orville, click the like button, click subscribe, head on over to Patreon. Patreon's members get all kinds of bonus exclusives. You get lost episodes, outtakes, bloopers, behind the edge, making of videos, and more. You can see my full 10-minute stand-up on Patreon. Head on over to the main channel, click subscribe, and click like over there. You know, we got some stuff in the pipeline coming. You're going to see that drop very soon. Check out our new Star Trek video.
Yep.
Yes. Mecca, tell them about your channel.
I am Mecca Random 42. I complain about things, but I love the Orville. So, yeah, it's a win-win. If you hate Discovery and love the Orville, come to me.
Phrasing. So anyway,
I said two, not on.
that you know.
Wait, what?
So yeah. So anyway, like I said, I can hear the complaints coming now about you guys play too much sound effects. You guys play too much sound effects. I come here for a serious show.
Well, this is the Orville. So
yeah.
Shut the fuck up!
All right, Sam, I will.
So okay, everybody. Okay, we're gonna take a break, and are we coming back with something else?
Yeah, we got a bunch of news to get into, I guess.
All right, so we're gonna take a break.
We got some music playing.
We got some music playing, yeah. So join us in a couple minutes, and like I said, we'll be back with something else. Isn't that right?
That is correct, sir. So see you on the main show.
See you on the main show.